Top 25 Situational Interview Questions and Answers. Situational interview questions are designed to assess how candidates handle real-life scenarios in the workplace. This video will explore the top 25 questions that employers commonly ask to gauge problem-solving, decision-making, and interpersonal skills. Alongside each question, we will provide effective sample answers to help you articulate your thoughts. Whether you're preparing for an interview or looking to refine your responses, this guide aims to enhance your confidence and readiness. 1. Tell me about a time when you had to handle a conflict with a coworker. In a previous role, I encountered a conflict with a coworker regarding project responsibilities. We had differing opinions on task ownership, leading to tension. To resolve this, I initiated a private conversation where we openly discussed our perspectives. I actively listened and encouraged my coworker to share their concerns. We identified common goals and agreed on a shared approach, dividing tasks based on our strengths. This not only resolved the conflict but also improved our collaboration and productivity, fostering a more positive work environment for both of us. 2. Describe a situation where you had to work under extreme pressure. During a critical product launch, our team faced unexpected technical issues just 2 days before the deadline. With stakeholders waiting for updates, I organized an emergency meeting to assess the situation. I delegated tasks based on each member's strengths, ensuring everyone focused on resolving specific problems. I maintained open communication, providing updates and encouragement. Despite the pressure, we collaborated effectively and worked late into the night. Ultimately, we met the launch deadline, and the product received positive feedback, showcasing our resilience and teamwork under stress. 3. Can you share an example of when you went above and beyond at work? During a critical project launch, I noticed that our team was behind schedule, and the client's expectations were high. To ensure we met the deadline, I took the initiative to organize extra evening meetings to streamline communication and delegate tasks more effectively. I also reached out to other departments for support, facilitating collaboration that hadn't occurred before. By working late and encouraging my team, we not only met the deadline but also delivered a product that exceeded the client's expectations, earning praise and strengthening our relationship with them. 4. How would you react if your team missed an important deadline? When my team missed an important deadline, I first gathered everyone for a meeting to understand the reasons behind the delay. It was crucial to create a safe space for open dialogue so that team members could express their concerns without fear. I facilitated a discussion to identify obstacles and brainstorm solutions. Instead of assigning blame, I focused on learning from the experience. We then set up a revised timeline and established checkpoints to monitor our progress. This approach not only helped us regain focus but also strengthened our collaboration and commitment to future projects. 5. Give me an example of how you handled a difficult client. When I encountered a difficult client who was unhappy with our service, I first listened actively to their concerns without interrupting. Acknowledging their feelings helped to establish trust. I asked clarifying questions to understand the specifics of their dissatisfaction. After gathering all necessary information, I proposed a solution that addressed their concerns while also aligning with our company policies. I followed up with the client after the resolution to ensure they were satisfied with the outcome. This approach not only salvaged the relationship but also turned them into one of our loyal customers. 6. Describe a time when you had to adapt to sudden changes at work. During a major project, our team received unexpected feedback from a key client that required us to pivot our approach completely. Initially, the project timeline seemed set, but we had to regroup quickly. I organized a meeting to brainstorm new ideas and gather input from all team members. We prioritized tasks and delegated responsibilities effectively, ensuring everyone was on board with the new plan. This adaptability not only kept the project on track but also strengthened our team dynamic, showcasing our ability to respond positively to change. 7. Tell me about a project where you had to collaborate with a challenging colleague. In a recent project, I worked with a colleague who had a very different working style. While I preferred structured planning, they thrived in a more spontaneous environment. Initially, this led to misunderstandings and frustration. To address this, I scheduled a one-on-one meeting to discuss our approaches. We identified our strengths and agreed to compromise by establishing a flexible timeline that incorporated both planning and adaptability. This collaborative effort not only improved our working relationship but also enhanced the project's outcome, as we were able to leverage both our strengths effectively. 8. How would you handle a situation where you were given incomplete instructions? In situations with incomplete instructions, I would first seek clarification by asking specific questions to fill in the gaps. Engaging the person who provided the instructions can help ensure I understand their expectations. If they are unavailable, I would rely on my prior experience and knowledge to make educated assumptions about the task. Additionally, I would document my understanding and share it with my team to gather input. This collaborative approach minimizes errors and builds a sense of team ownership over the project, ensuring we stay aligned with our objectives. 9. Share an example of how you resolved a workplace misunderstanding. In a previous role, a colleague and I had a misunderstanding regarding the direction of a joint project. I thought we were aligned on the objectives, but my colleague was following a different set of assumptions. To resolve this, I initiated a meeting where we could openly discuss our perspectives. I encouraged each of us to express our thoughts without interruptions. By clarifying our individual expectations and goals, we identified the source of the misunderstanding. This not only restored our working relationship but also strengthened our collaboration moving forward. 10. Tell me about a time when you had to make a quick decision with limited information. In a previous role, I was managing a project when a key supplier unexpectedly went out of business, jeopardizing our timeline. With limited time to find a replacement, I quickly evaluated our current inventory and identified alternative suppliers who could meet our needs. After a brief discussion with my team, we decided to go with a local supplier who could deliver within 48 hours. I contacted them directly, negotiated terms, and placed the order. This quick decision not only kept the project on track but also fostered a stronger relationship with a new supplier. 11. What situational example can you give where you solved a problem creatively? In a previous role, our team faced a sudden drop in customer engagement due to a product flaw. Instead of a standard recall, I proposed a creative solution. We hosted a virtual town hall meeting with our customers. This allowed us to directly address their concerns and gather feedback. We then implemented a temporary fix and offered a discount on future purchases. This approach not only resolved the issue but also strengthened our relationship with customers, showing them that we value their input and are committed to their satisfaction. 12. How do you approach situational challenges when your team disagrees with you? When faced with disagreement, I prioritize open communication. First, I encourage team members to express their viewpoints, ensuring everyone feels heard. I actively listen to understand the underlying concerns and perspectives. After gathering insights, I facilitate a discussion to explore potential compromises or alternative solutions. It's essential to focus on common goals and the project's objectives rather than personal differences. By fostering a collaborative atmosphere, we can often find a path that aligns with team values while addressing the initial disagreements effectively. 13. Tell me about a time when you successfully delegated tasks in a stressful environment. In a high-pressure project, my team faced a tight deadline while managing multiple tasks. Realizing I couldn't handle everything alone, I organized a quick meeting to assess everyone's strengths and workloads. I delegated specific tasks based on individual expertise, ensuring clarity in expectations and deadlines. I maintained open communication, providing support where needed. This approach not only alleviated my stress but also empowered my team, resulting in the successful completion of the project on time. The experience reinforced the importance of trust and collaboration. 14. Describe how you handled criticism from a manager or supervisor. When I received criticism from my manager about a presentation I delivered, I initially felt disheartened. However, I recognized the feedback was an opportunity for growth. I scheduled a one-on-one meeting with my manager to better understand their perspective. During our discussion, I listened actively and asked clarifying questions to grasp their concerns fully. I then took notes and created an action plan to address the areas needing improvement. By implementing their suggestions in future presentations, I not only enhanced my skills but also demonstrated my commitment to continuous improvement. 15. Give me an example of when you motivated your team during a tough project. During a challenging project with tight deadlines, our team faced low morale due to stress and uncertainty. I organized a team meeting to acknowledge our struggles, encouraging open dialogue about our concerns. I then highlighted individual contributions, reminding everyone of our shared goals and the importance of each person's role. To boost motivation, I introduced small rewards for meeting interim milestones, fostering a sense of achievement. This approach not only rekindled enthusiasm but also strengthened our camaraderie, enabling us to successfully complete the project ahead of schedule. 16. How would you deal with a situation where your work priorities suddenly change? In my previous role, I encountered a situation where a major client requested an urgent change to a project that was already in progress. To address this, I quickly reevaluated my current tasks and communicated with my team about the new priorities. We held a brief meeting to discuss how we could adjust our workload effectively while ensuring the client's needs were met. By delegating tasks based on each member's strengths and setting clear deadlines, we successfully delivered the revised project ahead of schedule, maintaining a positive relationship with the client. 17. Tell me about a time when you had to manage multiple tasks with tight deadlines. Managing multiple tasks with tight deadlines is a common scenario in my previous role as a project coordinator. One particular instance involved overseeing 3 projects simultaneously, each with a deadline falling within the same week. To handle this, I prioritized tasks based on urgency and importance, creating a detailed schedule. I communicated openly with my team, delegating responsibilities effectively while ensuring everyone understood their roles. Regular check-ins kept us aligned and allowed for quick adjustments. Ultimately, we met all deadlines and delivered quality results, showcasing our teamwork and commitment. 18. Share an example of a mistake you made and how you fixed it. I once miscalculated the budget for a project, which led to overspending. Realizing my mistake, I immediately called a meeting with my supervisor and the finance team to discuss the issue. I took responsibility and presented a revised budget that included cost-cutting measures. We brainstormed solutions together, ultimately reallocating funds from other projects. I learned the importance of double-checking my work and seeking feedback early in the process. This experience taught me to approach financial planning more carefully and involve relevant stakeholders to avoid similar mistakes in the future. 19. Describe a time when you had to mediate between two coworkers in conflict. During a project, two colleagues had a disagreement regarding task responsibilities, which escalated to personal tensions. I noticed their conflict was affecting team morale and productivity, so I decided to step in. I arranged a private meeting with both individuals, allowing each to express their concerns without interruption. Through active listening, I identified common goals and facilitated a discussion to clarify roles and expectations. By the end of the meeting, they both acknowledged their misunderstandings and agreed on a collaborative approach. The resolution not only improved their relationship but also enhanced team dynamics moving forward. 20. How would you handle a situation where your manager was unavailable for urgent guidance? In such a scenario, I would first assess the urgency and importance of the issue at hand. If the situation allows, I would try to gather as much information as possible to make an informed decision. I would consult with colleagues or team members to gain additional perspectives and insights. If necessary, I would document my approach and the reasoning behind my decisions to ensure transparency. If the matter is critical and requires immediate action, I would proceed with a solution that aligns with our team's goals while being ready to adapt based on my manager's feedback once they are available. 21. Can you explain a situational case where you had to lead without authority? In a previous project, our team was tasked with developing a new software feature, but I was not the official team lead. The lead was overwhelmed with other duties, so I took the initiative to organize meetings and delegate tasks based on each member's strengths. I encouraged open communication and facilitated collaboration by creating a shared document for feedback. By fostering a supportive environment, the team became more engaged and motivated. Ultimately, we completed the project ahead of schedule, demonstrating that effective leadership can emerge in various forms, even without formal authority. 22. What situational decision did you make in your last job that had a big impact? In my last job, I faced a decision regarding the allocation of resources for a critical project that was falling behind schedule. After assessing the team's strengths and current workloads, I proposed reallocating resources from a less urgent project. This decision allowed us to focus on meeting the deadline for the critical project, ultimately leading to its successful completion. The result was not only meeting our clients' expectations but also strengthening team collaboration. This experience reinforced the importance of strategic resource management in achieving project goals. 23. Tell me about a time when you exceeded expectations in your role. In my previous position as a project coordinator, I was tasked with leading a key project that had tight deadlines. I recognized the importance of proactive communication, so I organized weekly check-ins with the team, ensuring everyone was aligned and addressing any issues promptly. By fostering a collaborative environment and actively seeking feedback, we not only completed the project ahead of schedule but also received commendations from upper management for our innovative approach. This experience taught me the value of teamwork and strategic planning in exceeding expectations. 24. Share an example of how you manage stress in a high-pressure environment. In a previous role, I faced a tight deadline for a critical project that required collaboration across multiple departments. To manage the stress, I implemented a structured schedule that prioritized tasks and allocated specific times for breaks. This approach helped me maintain focus and prevent burnout. I also communicated regularly with my team, encouraging open discussions about challenges and offering support. By fostering a positive atmosphere, we not only met the deadline but also strengthened our teamwork, turning a high-pressure situation into a successful collaborative effort. 25. What situational lesson have you learned from handling workplace challenges? One significant lesson I learned from handling workplace challenges is the importance of effective communication. During a project where team members had differing opinions, misunderstandings arose, causing delays. I realized that taking the time to actively listen to each person's perspective helped clarify issues. By facilitating open discussions, we reached a consensus that improved collaboration. This experience taught me that addressing conflicts openly not only resolves immediate issues but also fosters a more positive work environment and strengthens team dynamics. In today's competitive job market, preparing for situational interview questions can make a significant difference in your performance. By understanding the key scenarios employers might present and formulating thoughtful responses, you can showcase your problem-solving skills and adaptability. Remember to practice your answers and tailor them to reflect your personal experiences. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more valuable content to help you ace your interviews and advance your career. Thank you for watching.